I took the last train home. The final stop was my bedroom. The last train was empty when I got on. That should have been the first warning. It was 12:47 a.m., and the station was almost completely silent, except for the buzzing lights above the platform. My phone was at 3%. My jacket was soaked from the rain, and I was too tired to care that no one else was waiting. The train slid into the station without a sound. No brakes screaming, no metal grinding. Just doors opening in front of me like it had been waiting there the whole time. I stepped inside. Every seat was empty. Every window showed only black. The doors closed, and the speaker above me crackled. "Next stop," a calm voice said. "Pine Street." That was normal. Pine Street was 2 stops before mine. I sat near the door and tried to keep my phone alive long enough to text my roommate. The message didn't send. No signal. The train moved. For about 30 seconds, everything felt normal. Then we reached Pine Street. The doors opened. But the platform outside was not Pine Street. It was my apartment hallway. Same beige walls, same flickering ceiling light, same dirty carpet. Apartment 306 was at the end of the hall. My apartment. I didn't move. I stared through the open train doors at my own front door. There was a thin line of light under it. Someone was home, but my roommate was out of town. The speaker crackled again. "Please exit the train." I stayed in my seat. The doors waited. No warning beep, no closing chime. Just open doors and my apartment hallway beyond them. Then my front door opened. Only an inch. A hand reached out from inside and waved, slowly, like it already knew I was watching. The train doors slammed shut. I jumped back so hard I hit the seat behind me. The train moved again. The lights inside the car flickered. I told myself I had fallen asleep. That was the only answer. I was exhausted. I had dreamed the hallway. I had dreamed the hand. Then the speaker said, "Next stop, Pine Street." Again, the train slowed. The doors opened. This time, the platform was my childhood kitchen, not a place that looked like it. The real kitchen. The yellow tiles. The little crack near the sink. The old fridge with magnets shaped like fruit. It had been demolished 6 years ago. But there it was, bright, clean, warm. And sitting at the kitchen table was me, 10 years old, wearing my old red t-shirt, eating cereal. The boy looked up. Milk dripped from his spoon. Then he smiled. Not like a child smiles, like someone pretending to be one. The speaker said, "Please exit the train." I whispered, "No." The boy at the table put down his spoon. His smile vanished. He stood up. The train doors began to close. The boy ran, not around the table, over it. His hands slapped the wood, his knees bent wrong, and his face stretched with panic, like he needed to reach me before the doors shut. The doors closed 1 second before his fingers touched the glass. The train pulled away. He hit the window from the other side, once, twice. Then the kitchen disappeared into black. I stood in the middle of the car, shaking. That was when I noticed the map above the doors. It wasn't the city train map anymore. Every station had the same name. Home, 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 home. At the end of the line, one station blinked red. Final home. The speaker crackled. "Next stop, Pine Street." "No," I said. "No, no, no." I ran to the front of the car. There was no driver cabin, just another door into another empty train car. I ran through it. Then another. Then another. Every car was empty. Every window was black. But in each car, one thing was different. In the second car, someone had written my name on every seat. In the third, all the ads above the windows showed photos of me sleeping. In the fourth, the floor was wet, and tiny footprints led from the door to the seat where I had been sitting. Child-sized footprints. I turned around. At the far end of the car, the boy in the red t-shirt stood watching me. He was inside the train now. I ran. The speaker said, "Final stop approaching." The train began to slow. I grabbed the emergency handle beside the doors and pulled. Nothing happened. The boy walked toward me. He wasn't smiling anymore. He looked scared. That was worse. He pointed at the doors and mouthed one word. "Hide." The train stopped. The doors opened. Outside was my bedroom. Not my apartment. My bedroom. My bed. My desk. My laundry on the floor. My phone charger hanging from the wall. Rain tapped against the window. Everything was exactly as I had left it that morning, except for one thing. I was already in bed, sleeping. The version of me in the bed was breathing slowly, face turned toward the wall. The speaker whispered, "Please return home." The boy grabbed my sleeve. His hand was ice cold. He shook his head. Behind him, all the lights in the train went out one by one. Something was coming through the dark cars. I couldn't see it, but I heard it. A wet dragging sound, slow, heavy, like a person being pulled across the floor. The boy whispered in my voice, "It gets off if you don't." I looked at my bedroom, then at the thing moving closer through the dark train, then at myself, sleeping in bed. I stepped off. The train doors closed behind me. For 1 second, I stood in my own room, watching myself sleep. Then the sleeping version of me opened its eyes. It smiled, and I understood. I hadn't come home. Something else had. The bedroom door opened behind me. My roommate called from the hallway. "Dude, you're back already." The thing in my bed sat up. It looked at me. Then it put one finger to its mouth. "Don't wake him," it whispered in my voice. The lights went out. When they came back on, I was standing on the train again. The seat beneath me was cold. My phone was dead. The speaker above me crackled. Next stop, Pine Street. The train map blinked. Home, 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 final, home. And through the window, in the black glass, I saw my reflection. But it was smiling before I did.